Alright, hello everybody, it's me, Clock, and today we're going to be playing the Fury demo update. I'm not sure if, nope, that does not work. Okay, so I was going to say, I wasn't sure if the demo kept my saves. It does not. Do you want to activate the affection interface? It'll let you know if affection for you is growing or not. Sure, why not? Okay, sure, let's play. What is the fear of death, really? Farting. In public. You forgot what it's like to fear the end of days. But it's not like you've lost your will to live. It's more like apathy. Apathy that led you into a pretty mediocre adult life. No legacy, no big dreams, nothing left undone. Give me a second, it's a bit loud. The idea that one day you'll just be gone doesn't really bother you. But it's not like you want to die. No, of course not. You're fine with how your life is. That's all. If one day, poof, you just vanished, you'd still feel at peace because the world will keep turning anyway. You're okay with your life. Maybe it's a little bland and average, but it's yours. You get to decide how to live it. If that means not taking everything so seriously, well, that's your call. So you spend every weekday working full-time at a video rental store. Nice. Blockbuster. Nothing could go wrong. You love movies, or movies are okay? Dude, I'll love a good movie. Main reason you took the job? Something you actually kind of like. Sure, these days, the only people who come to these kinds of stores are nostalgia junkies and film nerds. But hey, at least you get to kill time watching all kinds of movies on the monitors during slow days. The place is colorful enough not to drag your mood down, and if you're lucky, you might even run into some interesting characters. Excuse me. You've been staring so intently at one of the monitors playing a classic action flick that you didn't notice someone standing across the counter. Who is this, grimy gentleman? You glance up at the customer, you're sitting in your designated spot. Hey, you've got rights as an employee. And flinch a little at the imposing figure in front of you. It's a tall, slim guy wearing a hoodie and a bandana covering his mouth and nose. You raise an eyebrow at his outfit. Like he's trying really hard not to draw attention, which somehow just makes him stand out even more. Exactly. But hey, who are you to judge? I found this on the floor. He lifted a pale hand towards you. Long fingers, big palm. Not that you're paid to profile people's hands or anything. He was holding an employee badge. Your employee badge. Oh yeah, I forgot that's how they... Wow, nice. My name's Clock. Here, let me save after that. Perfect. Oh, wow. You reached for your neck. Yep, your badge was definitely gone. You'd arrived a few minutes late today and rushed into your uniform. Probably dropped it while doing the urgent stuff. Oh my god, he's a gentleman. You're so right. The fact no one noticed until now says a lot about how often customers show up. I mean, no offense, but if you're behind the counter, who the hell cares what your name is? In the nicest way possible. Thanks so much. I didn't even notice. You mumbled that last part more to yourself than to the stranger. Suddenly he lets out a soft chuckle from behind his bandana. Was he laughing at you or with you? Teased the awkwardness, you gave him a chuckle back. Do you get into trouble a lot, Clock? You jump a bit hearing your name, but duh, you must have read it off your badge. A stalker? Yeah, right, what a joke. There's nothing that special about you for someone to be obsessed. Still, you definitely picked up on the guy's flirty tone. Either that or you're getting full of yourself. Yo, flirt back. Freaky. Yo, hello, Mikey. Nice to see ya. Let's flirt with Jeff the Killer. Surely this will go well. Why? You gonna come save me again? And under the guy's bangs, you thought you saw his eyes light up. Might have just been your imagination. Maybe. You gave a faint smile at his vague reply. You don't usually flirt with customers, but there was something about this guy that made it feel like you were stepping into a game. A visual novel. You weren't sure if you wanted to play along yet, but it wasn't off the table. The name's Jeff, by the way. Huh? Felt kinda unfair that only I knew your name. Oh, right. I don't know if I'm doing a good enough job on his, like, raspy voice. But I'll try, okay? Okay, that was awkward. Come on, Clock, you can do better than that. Well then, Jeff, what can I help you with? Don't think you came all this way just to return lost property. Jeff leaned over the counter, just enough for his eyes to peek out from under his bangs. He instinctively leaned back a little from the sudden movement, but kept your polite customer service smile. Just crying. You suffer! Ads for you. I'm still deciding if I'll grab something or not. As a salesperson, you should be trying to sell him as much as possible, but something told you Jeff was lying through his teeth. You stared at him for a few seconds in silence, watching him pretend to think. New save, new save, new save. Actually, I also want to... I feel like the music definitely got louder. What the hell? What's with the bandana? What do you do for work? You seen anyone? Hey, yo. We're getting right down to business. You seeing anyone? Jeff faltered a bit, his eyes finally meeting yours. Got a proper look at them. Light blue, like a sky with thin, wispy clouds. You knew there were tons of shades of blue eyes, but you were pretty sure you'd never seen any this pale. Jeff stayed silent for a few seconds, recovering from the initial surprise, then tilted his head with a teasing smirk. So what if I do? Wait, so what if I do? Wait, didn't I ask if you were seeing... Are you seeing anyone? No, he literally thinks I asked if he's looking at anyone right now. That'd be a shame. And couldn't you be a little more shareable? You rested your chin on your hand, flashing a sly smile. Jeff cleared his throat behind his bandana, and you had a strong suspicion he was stifling a laugh. Hey, at least you got a reaction. Shifting away from the personal stuff, you slip back into work mode. Oh, we're level 2 on the affection scale. Want me to recommend something? That'd be nice. What kind of genres do you like? Jeff straightened up and stroked his chin thoughtfully, his voice muffled slightly by the bandana. I want you to recommend something you actually like. What are your favorite genres? Oh, whoa, shit. Okay, that's a lot. Horror. That bumped him up to level 3. Oh, yeah. What's your favorite subgenre? Oh. Psychological exorcism, slasher, monsters, found footage, ghosts, and body horror. Definitely not body horror. If I'm being honest, I love Saw and, like, Final Destination and any movies that have, like, a lot of gore. But I'm gonna be honest, I get really queasy around them. And I go, I can't watch. I have to, like, close my eyes for those bits or else I get, like, queasy. Fucking hate psychological horror, I'll be honest. Psychological horror is just so... It's just the new Thriller movie, I'll just be honest. Exorcisms are usually really badass if they're good, but if they're bad, they're terrible. I'll just say monsters because I really love seeing, like practical, like, outfits and stuff. Like, I love... Like, CGI monsters are okay, but I love when they bring out the whole makeup crew and, like... fucking, like, the whole monster design department comes out to work on, like, a monster outfit that, like, looks realistic and is, like, an actual costume. It's, like, my favorite thing. Oh, do you like animals? You're just about to say yes when he cuts you off. Or you're kinky. Hey, can't it be both? Hey, low blow. Are you? No comment. Well, so, do you wanna... I just remembered I've got the perfect movie at home. What? I just went out to see what was at the market, but I think I've seen enough. But suddenly Jeff grabbed your hand and lifted it in a gentlemanly gesture. You're speechless, caught off guard. Thanks for the service. The words got stuck in your throat as you stepped away from the counter and headed for the exit. Wait, be friendly, be friendly, be friendly. Also, there's no way you just recommended The Ritual for Creature Feature. If I'm thinking of the right movie, you're telling someone to watch 2 hours of a movie before you actually see anything. Nah, that's not the... It's a great movie, but I would not recommend it for that. I'm gonna be friendly. Come back again. Maybe next time we'll find something you like. Jeff didn't turn around but waved goodbye with his hand. He stayed there for a while, trying to process what just happened. Looks like today was one of those days where you met someone eccentric, but the whole counter left you feeling kind of weird. Was it because Jeff was covered head to toe? Something clearly suspicious. Something to watch out for. Though all things considered, the conversation with him was pretty chill. He never felt any danger. Maybe he was just a weirdo. That's all. No, it's worth it. But I was gonna say, that's what I would call it. I would call it more of a suspense than a creature feature. You'd rather believe than think. You'd rather believe that than think you ran into a fugitive on the run. But then it's not a spoiler, by the way. The movie's amazing. Like, you should definitely watch it. It's more like a thriller, honestly, than like a horror movie, I would say. I don't know how to explain it. But then after thinking about the guy for a while, you realize you haven't made a single sale all day. Tough luck, Clock. Tough luck. Your shift's over. You work full time, so you always finish at night, but it's no big deal since you live just a few blocks away. In some ways, you're kind of lucky. I need you to come in at 10 tomorrow. We've got a new shipment coming in. Cindy was your manager, only because her dad handed the store down to her. She wasn't a bad boss, just not the warmest or most understanding. She spent most of the time holed up in the back office and only came out when she randomly decided to show some interest in the job. But my shift starts at 12. I can't ask anyone else. The part-timers can only come in on the weekends. Are you at least paying me overtime? I can give you gift cards. You let out a heavy sigh. Stuff like this always wrecked your day, which said a lot considering your day was technically already over. Alright, but just know you owe me. Big time. At least you didn't have to close the store. This place gets creepy at night. Every place is creepy at night. Hi, Cat. And you know that because you watch a lot of movies. It's just common sense. You know what? Never mind. You grab your stuff and head for the door. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. I hate you. Cindy waved you off before putting her headphones in and disappearing into her music. At least she said goodbye. You took it as a sign that you exist in her world. Nice. You step out of the store and close the door behind you, taking one glance at the sign that now says closed instead of open. It's part of the routine, saying bye to Cindy, letting her close the place up, and heading home. It's kind of weird that we don't close up with her, but, you know. No offense, but it's, like he said, it's kind of bad. Like, you shouldn't just leave a girl alone. You've been living on your own since you started working. Life as a semi-functional adult in a capitalist world is rough, but you manage. Even though the street is well lit, the air still feels heavy and a little eerie as you walk towards your apartment. It's always been like this. You've got no reason to be scared of something you live with every day. Suddenly, you hear fast footsteps behind you. You turn around, ready to react, but strong arms wrap around your neck and waist. Oh! You struggle trying to break free, then you feel it. Pressure in your stomach. I thought he loved me. Cold spreads from your gut to the rest of your body, and you could swear your insides are exposed to the air. Your body jolts as the blade goes through you, and that's when the pain hits. It hurts. It hurts so much. It's so overwhelming you can't feel your limbs. Is this how you're gonna die? You always knew it would happen someday, but you didn't think it would hurt this bad. Who could have done this to you? Something this cruel. Did you even deserve it? You weren't a saint, but you never thought you were a bad person. The last thought that crosses your mind is that Cindy's gonna need someone else to receive her shipments more. That's my last thoughts. Dude, I'm a loser. What the hell? Ending 1. You didn't catch his attention. Why does it happen every time? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, I feel like it's this. I feel like we go back to the subgenre. We go back to the subgenre. We say horror. He likes horror a lot. Oh, yeah. Okay, subgenre. I'm gonna say body horror. Nope, never mind. Psychological. Never mind. Slasher. There we go. I didn't think he would be narcissistic. Okay. Oh, that one's my favorite too. Yeah, it's awesome. Mixes tension and action in a way that's super engaging. It also gives you that intense feeling, tapping into the most primal fear, being chased. Yeah, I guess. You don't think so? I don't tend to run while watching those. No, I do. I just don't share that fear personally. I like the suspense when characters get hunted down or killed, but not because I'm afraid it might happen to me. Anyone would be scared of being chased by a killer. I know, it's just not something I relate to. Jeff muttered something, but you didn't quite catch it. Did you say something? Nothing in particular. Well, see, do you wanna... Okay, skip. Be friendly, be friendly. Okay, last one. Now we skip, and now we see what happens. Yes! Yes! I survived! That's when you feel someone yank your arm to the side. Hard. This is Jeff the Killer. Oh, I did play the original demo for this, but they've changed the game a lot since that, so... definitely recommend just watching this one. Maybe you should have been more alert. Also, someone write down ending 1. They drag you into an alley just off the street. It's a little darker here, but a street lamp nearby lets you make out what's in front of you. Sudden movement disorients you, and you're slow to react. What the fuck? You're cut off by a light blow to the side of your head. The person has you pinned against the brick wall behind you. From the corner of your eye, you catch a glimpse of their arm. A familiar white sleeve stretching into your blind spot. You're done playing dumb. You finally lift your head to see who's corners you. You've got a pretty good guess. Hey again, Clock. Uncertainty creeps in at the sight of a pale face covered in raw red sores. Jeff had removed his hood and bandana, revealing his face. His skin was mottled with colors and textures, his nose sunken as if it wasn't even there. Those milky blue eyes sat deep in shadowed sockets, and you're sure he hasn't blinked even once. But what really caught your eye was the scar that sliced across his mouth. It didn't look clean at all, and the way it twisted his expression made your stomach turn. You figured maybe he was hiding some facial scarring to avoid stares from strangers. But seeing it now, you actually felt a flicker of pity for whatever had happened to him. I don't feel pity for this guy. He just yanked me off the street. He just murdered me a minute ago. I don't feel pity. I'm hard. And I want to punch him in the face, too. Oh. Jeff? What are you doing? The situation was clearly not in your favor, so your brain scrambled for a way to flip it. You know, you could have just asked me out. Jeff let out a dry chuckle. Still with the attitude, huh? Then he pulled something from the pocket of his hoodie, a knife. He ran the cold blade gently along your left cheek, careful not to cut. Clamped your mouth shut, fully realizing how serious this was. What's so fun about a simple date, when I can watch a show right in front of me? His voice was scratchy, rushed, tinged with an eerie impatience. A show? Yo, bye, Saitenchi, have a good one. How you break under fear, he whispered, leaning in close, his breath brushing against your face. Sure, whatever you say. Jeff tilted his head. You could have sworn that was his version of raising an eyebrow. If he had any. Still pretending you're not scared of dying. Hey, you're making it sound like it's a big deal. Are you insane? Says the guy with the knife. He gripped your shoulder with the same hand that pinned you, then slammed your back against the brick wall. Your head hit the rough surface, sending a sharp sting down your spine. You hissed in pain. Apologize or tease him? Tease him, tease him, tease him. Harder. Jeff let go of you and took a few steps back, like your words physically burned him. Okay, we're out freaking the freak. He's like... That's genuinely how you get freaks to back off, by the way, okay? His face showed genuine surprise, more than you expected. Relax, I'm just messing with you. That wasn't funny. It was to me. Shut up. This isn't supposed to be funny. You should be scared. Jeff stepped in again, raising the knife up to your throat. By reflex, you flinched away from the blade, but the tip still pricked under your chin, drawing a sharp sting. You're in an alley, at night, with a knife at your neck. So let me ask you again. Are you scared? Stay silent. Lick it. Lick the knife. I wish that was an option. Stay silent. Your gaze drifted off to the side. You didn't know what to say. His face? Yeah, you were scared. Dying? Not really. Oh, they added an affection meter. You can turn it off, but I turned it on. Affection. But no answer felt certain. Nothing you could say felt true. Jeff must have seen the hesitation, and he clearly didn't like it. What's happening? Oh, a bunch of dots. Jeff straightened up over you, studying you in silence. His face was strangely expressionless. He figured it was because, with his mouth torn up the way it was, he was kind of stuck with the same twisted look forever. Suddenly, you felt a crushing grip around your neck. It was harder to breathe. Your hands flew up instinctively, grabbing Jeff's arm, your body's desperate attempt to fight back. Fear me. The demand came out almost childlike, despite coming from such a menacing figure. I do. You tried to sound sincere, but it was hard with your throat being squeezed shut. But he didn't seem to believe you. I'll make you fear me. You barely caught his whisper before the pressure on your neck eased. His hand was still there, but now only pressing enough to pin you down. You coughed and gasped, trying to pull air back into your lungs. And then you noticed Jeff was over you again, knife in hand. There was a sudden sting on your cheek, sharp and brief. He made a clean cut across your left cheek. You could feel a thin trail of blood sliding down to your jaw. Aren't I beautiful? No. Shit, no. You look like you picked a fight with a deep fryer and lost. He was starting to piss you off, so you didn't hold back the jab. Maybe you got mad enough. He'd finally drop the act and just end the whole damn show. Oh, he's gonna end the show by murdering us. Wrong urban legend, Jeffy. Jeff stayed silent for a moment until you noticed it. A subtle stretch of his smile. Slowly leaned in towards you and licked your wounded cheek, trailing up the thin line of blood. His breath hit your skin, warm, damp. Touch of his tongue burned in the open cut, making you hiss. You could deal with him licking you. It's just him being a freak. But when his knees slipped between your legs, forcing them apart, something in the air shifted. Tease him again? No. Let's plead. No, don't kill me. I think we're due for another death. It's one thing not to care about being attacked at night by a maniac, but this is something else entirely. Didn't even want to finish the thought. Please, don't hurt me. Maybe if you begged, he'd let you go. Jeff let out a low chuckle, lowering the knife to your abdomen. I knew you'd be afraid of me. Ah! Jeff plunged the blade into your gut, the sharp pain knocking the breath out of you. Ooh, they updated this. It looks a lot more blood-like now. But he didn't stop there. He stabbed you again and again and again until he finally felt satisfied. The pain and exhaustion were so overwhelming you couldn't keep your eyes open anymore, but you could still hear him. That was a pain. You only delayed the inevitable. Oh. Wait, what? But it didn't count that as an ending? It didn't say, like, ending 1, 2, or anything. Okay, let's tease him. Tease him! Oh, wait. Was that supposed to turn me on? Maybe if you mocked him enough, he'd get bored and back off. You had to try. Jeff growled through clenched teeth, slamming you back into the brick wall. Let out a pained grunt at the impact. Why don't you fear me? It wasn't that you felt nothing. You knew this was dangerous, and your body made that clear with every pounding beat of your heart. But like it had been from the start, you just didn't feel fear. You wanted your fear like it was owed to him, but if he threatened your life and you didn't really care about dying, then what was there to be afraid of? I don't know what to tell you, Jeff. Jeff lowered his head, visibly disappointed, glanced around uncertain, unsure of what to do. Then he straightened up again, that smile so wide now his lips looked stretched tight. Let's play, Clock. He raised the knife again, but this time not to stab you in a vital spot. Instead, he slowly brought the tip to your face, right to your left eye. I'm going to hunt you down. Each time I catch you, I'll hurt you. Each time you evade me, I'll back off just a bit. Jeff's eyes twitched almost completely white, like two burning spotlights in the dark. Oh, wait. You lost the first round, Jeff declared and pushed forward. My eye? The blade sank into the corner of your eye, right near the lid. You screamed with everything you had until your throat felt like it tore apart. Blood poured out like a tiny cascade and your body jerked, spraying droplets. Jeff laughed, delighted by the reaction. Then he pushed the blade deeper, sinking it into the soft flesh of your eyeball. Ah! You choked on your own spit, nearly vomiting from the overwhelming pain. Your hands flailed against his chest, but he didn't budge. Jeff twisted the handle violently, the knife still lodged in your eye. Oh God. Then he gave it another jerk. Stop jerking my eye! And he pulled. He yanked the eyeball out, still tethered by its veins. What's happening? Is someone there? Like distant holy bells, you heard voices coming from nearby, but your body couldn't stand anymore. My eyeball! You collapsed, your left socket gushing blood. Your vision was blurred and broken. There was no trusting what you saw. You could only focus on what you heard. Remember our game, Clock. Jeff whispered softly, his voice drifting behind you. You think they're going to be able to put that back in? You felt several footsteps approaching fast, so you gave in to the exhaustion and the pain. So this was the end of the demo. You never felt pain like this before. Sure, you might have twisted an ankle or cut your skin before, but nothing came close to the damage done to your eye. It made you painfully aware of just how dangerous everything had been. Are you awake? The pain and exhaustion were overwhelming. You just wanted to sleep, but clearly there was no choice. You had to face the person standing in front of you. When you came to, you were lying on a hospital gurney. You could smell disinfectant and feel the weight of bandages on your face. Oh, this is more. That was kind of a relief. You're being taken care of after what was probably the worst night of your life. You noticed someone else in the room. Oh, thank God. It's not Jeff the killer. A man in a white coat. Clearly a doctor, watching you closely. I'm just going to point this out, by the way. Clock reference. Clearly John watching you closely. Do you know where you are? I'm in heaven, baby. Think I've got an angel in front of me. The doctor let out a short laugh and jotted something else down. Good to see you've got your sense of humor intact. That's a good sign. I don't have any water, but I will take a stretch check. But if you got water, drink it, chat. Or pause the video and go get some. But I'm not. Your voice was hoarse, your throat sore. You swallowed hard, trying to ease the pain. Do you remember your name? Whatever he wants to call you. Why am I such a fucking flirt, dude? Okay, whatever you want to call me, doctor. The doctor chuckled softly and shook his head. Answer seriously. It's Clock. Alright. Do you know why you're here? A burned face, a maniacal laugh. Of course you knew why you were here. Someone attacked me. The doctor stepped closer and gently took your hand. You're safe here. He can't hurt you now. You stared at him, surprised by how comforting he was. He's gonna die a horrible death, isn't he? Wow, pretty decent hospital service. He noticed your silence and let go of your hand, clearing his throat into his fist. Sorry, I haven't introduced myself yet. I'm Dr. Paul Salazar. Nice to meet you, Dr. Salazar. I'd say I wish we met under better circumstances, but, well, you know. Dr. Salazar gave a slight nod and straightened up. Let me explain your condition a bit. You don't have an eyeball. You've got a head injury, so we'll be monitoring you for nausea and fainting. You've got a few cuts, nothing that needs stitches, but keep them clean, no touching. Of course, the moment he said that, everything started to itch. Maybe he'd sneak a scratch when he left. You were also asphyxiated, so take it easy. Don't push yourself and avoid talking too much. Oh, excuse me, chat. My bad, my bad. Okay, avoid talking too much. If you have trouble breathing or feel dizzy, let someone know right away. Thank you, sorry. You nodded silently, adjusting yourself in bed to sit up. About your eye, I'm really sorry, but we couldn't save it. You know what, Doc? You're a hack. Suddenly, you felt cold. Your hand moves on instinct to the left side of your face, where your bandage is wrapped around your forehead, where your eye used to be. You'll have some trouble with depth perception, but you can still live a normal life. Eventually, you could get a prosthetic, but for now, what matters most is healing properly. Dr. Salazar noticed how quiet you went and leaned in closer. Are you okay, Clock? You know, I think having only one eye is going to be really badass. And instead of a prosthetic, I'm probably going to go for the eye patch. We're gonna just rebrand to Pirate. I think that's the play, Doc. You lost an eye. You're fine. You lost an eye. He studies your face for a moment, then placed a hand on your shoulder. If you'd like, I can call in a psychologist. It might help to talk to someone. You bit your bottom lip, fighting the urge to cry. You've been through so much, and now you lost a part of yourself. Maybe talking to someone really was the best idea. You nodded without saying anything. Dr. Salazar gave your shoulder a gentle squeeze before letting go. Is there someone we can call? A family member? A friend? A partner? Oh yeah, this guy named Jeff. Could you ring him in for me? Didn't want to admit how alone you were, but lying to your doctor didn't feel right either. Dude, there's so much more to the game now. You have no family, you're not close to family, your family lives in another city. Let's do that one. Yeah, my family is Jeff. He's my husband. Don't hit me! That might complicate things a bit. Dr. Salazar scratched his head awkwardly, exactly why you didn't want to bring it up. There's gotta be someone you're in touch with in this city, a coworker maybe. Jeff? The killer. Yeah, he's a little cringe, I guess. Talking about work made you think of a certain someone. What time is it, doctor? He glanced at his watch. It's 4 a.m. Why? Could you call my boss and let her know I won't be going? I can give you her number. Yeah, sure. This is just sad. You scribbled down Cindy's number and handed it to him. Dr. Salazar explained a few more things, but only one stuck in your mind. When you're feeling better, you'll be able to talk to the police. And with that, the doctor left the room, leaving you alone with your thoughts. You vaguely remembered hearing people running towards you when you passed out in the alley, probably what made Jeff run off. What mattered was that you were now safe, under supervision. There's no way Jeff could get you in a hospital, right? I don't mean to alarm anyone, but hospitals are not, like, generally, at least in Canada, they're not protected. Now, in this specific situation, maybe they would station a police officer at the entrance, like, at the door, like, to your room. But chances are not even. Because they probably thought it was just like a random mugging, kind of like a random mugging assault or something. So you're just fucked. You're just fucked. Like, if you have someone hunting you down, like, being in the hospital is like one of the worst places to be. You're like, anybody can, if you've ever been to a hospital, you just walk in. Nobody tells you where to go. Like, you just walk in. You walk anywhere you want to go in a hospital. Like, fuck, man. One time I had to find a room, and I walked at least into like 10 different patients, like, dying rooms, and I felt so awful. And each person, I'd walk into each hospital room, I'd be like, hey, because like all the curtains, you know, like, just people share rooms in hospitals. I'd walk in, I'd be like, hello, blank, 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 and then you just hear someone cough, dying, be like, sorry, honey, you're in the wrong room. I'd be like, I'm so sorry. I hope you die safely tonight, okay? And then I move to the next room. I hope you die feeling good today. I hope your grandson visits finally. Like, it was bad. It was bad. Cool kid, I'm sorry your message got auto-modded, but I'm glad you're having fun. Oh, yeah. I like how that's the response I get. But yeah, it did happen. And I did go into like 10 people's rooms and very awkwardly finally find a certain grandmama. What mattered was that you were safe now. Okay, yeah. It wasn't unreasonable to worry. His last words were a threat. He'd come after you. But still, you were in a hospital, a place where security actually matters. It doesn't. Maybe things are different in America, though. Thinking so much wore you out again, so you leaned back in bed trying to relax. Just a few minutes. Just wanted to sleep for a few minutes. Yeah, right. Yeah, okay. When am I chained up? A faint metallic sound rang in your ears, making you open your eye. It's gonna take a while to get used to having just one, but at least you could still make out everything in front of you clearly. Oh, no, he said that. Oh, dude. I can't even sleep. There's a doctor standing there, back turned, busy doing something at a nearby table. For a second, you thought it was Dr. Salazar, but this doctor had black hair tied back in a ponytail. Maybe he was a resident. Excuse me. The doctor flinched at your weak voice. He probably wasn't expecting you to wake up so soon. Could I have some water? He didn't answer. He stood still for a few moments, then you heard the unmistakable sound of water being poured. He's peeing in a cup. Just the sound of it made your thirst worse. Your sore throat was begging to be soothed. You heard a few steps as the doctor approached. You tried to sit up, but your body felt impossibly heavy. Wait, but he actually looks kind of handsome like this. Fresh lemonade. Freshly yorked. Then you felt a hand on your back gently helping you up. The touch was soft, careful. It made you painfully aware of how vulnerable you were. Then the smooth rim of a paper cup pressed against your lips. You drank slowly. Your throat burned, but the coolness brought relief. One sip wasn't enough. Your mouth was completely dry as you drank every last drop. Yeah, we a snorer in here. Mouth open. You let out a quiet sigh when you were done, glancing sideways at the doctor who'd been helping you. Actually, for real though, chat, how many of you sleep with your mouth open and you wake up at like 3 a.m. and you're like, I drank like a fucking half a liter of water because I only sleep with my mouth open if I'm sleeping on my back. But fuck, I hate doing that because it's fucking awful. The thirst. Men in the desert have a thirst less serious than that one. I'm a nose breather. I'm generally speaking, I like almost every day of my life I breathe through my nose, but just I don't know. I sleep on my back if I sleep on my back, it's mouth open. I was gonna say he's not even letting you recover yet. How are you supposed to avoid it? What do you mean he didn't let us recover? We're good. I'm good now. I'd fight him. You wore a disposable mask. Well. Where had you seen that before? Be demanding. Yo, motherfucker, give me more time. Be demanding. Never mind, be kind. I want to get the endings first. Thanks a lot, Doctor. You chose to play dumb. Maybe it would buy you a little time. Maybe someone else would walk in. The doctor said nothing. He just went back to whatever he'd been doing before. Now that you had some water, talking felt easier. Dr. Salazar told you not to talk too much, but honestly, you felt okay. Okay enough for a conversation. Even if it was one-sided. Okay, alright. Well, tell him what happened. Yeah. I don't need him to tell me, my name is Jeff. Tell him what happened. You know, someone attacked me. The doctor... Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Ask his name. What's your name, doctor? I already met Dr. Salazar. Are you a student or maybe a colleague? Oh, I'm something much better than that. The doctor came back to your side, lowering his surgical mask down to his chin. Hi, Clock. Enjoying your little hospital stay. What a shame. I'm not really a fan of this place. But you seem to love it. You didn't get a chance to respond. Jeff had already pulled out a scalpel. Wait, Jeff, listen to me. No. There's nothing left to say. You like doctors better. No need to explain further. Jeff thrust his arm forward, driving the scalpel straight into your throat. You choked on your own blood, gurgling, unable to scream or even speak. I'm not as skilled as a real surgeon. Jeff whispered right into your ear while you gasped for breath, coughing up blood. But what I lack in skill, I make up for in passion. The scalpel dragged downward, slicing from your neck to your collarbone. It split your skin open like a zipper, so deep you could feel metal scraping against bone. Oh, wonderful. I think you're getting really good at this, Jeff. He laughed, gleeful, delighted by the sight of you writhing in pain, while blood poured from your neck, soaking the hospital gown you wore in the sheets beneath you. Oh, I wet the bed. It hurt, but not as much as it should have. There was a tingling in your wounds. You were probably still on painkillers. Oh, lovely. Thank God. Sure, getting your throat slashed open with a scalpel wasn't exactly how you wanted it to go, but at least you didn't have to feel all of it. Maybe someone would catch Jeff once they found your body. He was still standing there beside you, laughing like the lunatic he was. In the end, did he kill you just because you were kind to the doctors? Yeah, I think he did. Was he jealous, maybe? Nah, no way. He probably just really hated hospitals. Yeah. Ending 2. No doctor could save you. Man, we're gonna have a lot of options to check out after this one. Okay, let's tell him what happened. You know, someone attacked me. The doctor froze. It was someone I talked to at work. Ending 2. I guess I wasn't his favorite person. Oh, I wouldn't say that. The doctor mumbled suddenly, his voice way too familiar. Doctor came back to your side, lowering... Oh, is this the same? Never mind, that's the same. Okay, looks like we gotta get them both. Looks like we gotta be demanding. How many years of med school did it take to learn that unconscious patients need water, doc? You were playing with fire, but the whole thing felt so surreal you couldn't take it seriously anymore. Doctor said nothing. Okay. Tell him what happened. You know, someone attacked me, doc. Okay, I'm gonna hit skip again. Wait, he still fucking murdered me! What a piece of shit. Okay, okay. I think he's actually jealous, chat. I think he's actually jealous. Okay, hospital. He nodded slightly and... Oh, did that go up? Oh. What a fucking guy. What a fuck... He's literally under the bed right now. He's under the bed listening. He's crawling in there. You see him, chat? You see him? I see him now. Hospital. He nodded slightly and scribbled something down on the clipboard. Okay. Say your name. It's Clock. You're fine. It's just one eye. I've got another. Dr. Salazar didn't look too convinced by that, but he didn't push it. You have no family? You're no close? Your family lives in another city. Let's just do that one. Okay, now we're back, baby. We're back, baby. We're back. Okay. Let's see if we can go further. Be kind? Thanks a lot, doctor. Ask his name. Skip. Nope, he still fucking murders you. So it looks like you gotta be demanding here. How many years of... Okay, yeah. And then tell him what happened. Level 10. Level 10. You know, someone attacked me. Doctor came back to your side, lowering his surgical mask down to his chin. Hi, Clock. Jeff, what a surprise. I had no idea it was you. I don't appreciate your sarcasm. Your heart was pounding, just from having the man who tore out your left eye standing so close. Your body was scared, but your mind wasn't. So... You came to give me some special care. Jeff chuckled under his breath and pulled a syringe from his pocket. Something like that. Wait, what are you doing? He brought the syringe to your IV line and injected it straight into the tube. Oh, that's not good. Relax. It won't kill you. Just gonna make you feel a bit restless. The moment he said it, your heart started racing. Your breathing quickened like you just run a marathon. Did he just give me... He's gonna kidnap me? No, I think he just gave me, what's it called? The shit that lets moms pick up cars for their kids. Adrenaline. That's the word. You instinctively grabbed it. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Instinctively grabbed at your chest, clutching the thin hospital gown. You, bastard. Tisk. Show a little respect for your doctor. Yeah, adrenaline. Jeff reached out and gently grabbed your chin between his fingers, lifting your head so he could look you in the eye. But that's great, adrenaline. Now we're good to go. Let's leave. Feeling weak and drained, you didn't resist. Didn't even have the energy to call for help or pull away. Remember, this is a game. I'm in a hospital. How do you expect me to run from you? You're such a cheater. You gasped in frustration. You could barely even form words. Consider it a warning. Jeff shrugged like it was no big deal. Suddenly an alarm went off, and you heard rapid footsteps approaching from the hall. That's my cue. Jeff pulled his mask back over his face and stood up. You'd better step up your game. It would be a shame if you ended up boring me. He said before disappearing into the rush of nurses and doctors flooding the room. We've got critical hyperkalemia. IV calcium gluconate, 10 milliliters at 10%. Slow push, now! Amidst the flurry of commands and medical jargon, you spotted Jeff slipping away unnoticed, like nothing had happened, hidden in plain sight. Whoa, adrenaline is a real thing you give people? I just googled it. Yeah, you give it to people like all the time. It literally saves people's lives like all the time. It's like literally it's not you don't give them adrenaline, it's like you give them a chemical that just starts the adrenaline in your body to go crazy, basically. Yeah. It's not like it's not literally like a power-up. It's not like you eat a mushroom and the mushroom makes you stronger. It's like it just gives you like it just gets your body making the adrenaline, basically. But you still call it giving adrenaline. It's like it just gets your body in that heightened mode, and it saves lives like a lot. Okay, hidden in plain sight. Was it really that easy for him to get in there? Either Jeff had some freakish ability to go unseen, or this hospital was run by idiots. You hoped it was the first one. Either way, they treated you quickly. You were already feeling a lot better. I mean, if you see signs of kidney failure, initiate emergency dialysis. No, not dialysis. Dr. Salazar was giving instructions to another doctor. You now knew for sure was a resident. The resident nodded and left, leaving the two of you alone. How about I tell someone that he came in here? Dr. Salazar rubbed his temples and stepped up to your bed. His expression was full of concern, and you found yourself looking away, feeling guilty. Clock, you suffered a severe case of hyperkalemia. Do you have any idea of what could have caused it? Bit your lower lip at the question. You're struggling with yourself, unsure if you should finally tell someone about Jeff. What? What? Of course we should tell someone about Jeff. Why wouldn't we? Although I feel like it's not going to be good. Trust Dr. Salazar. But the way he'd acted so quickly, the care he'd shown, he was trustworthy. The truth is, my attacker came back. He did something. He put something in my IV. Dr. Salazar's eyes widened in shock, then lowered full of regret. I'm so sorry, Clock. This place was supposed to be safe. I failed you. Reached for his hand and gave it a soft squeeze, trying to offer a reassuring smile. Jeff might murder more peoples? Oh, that's what I wanted. It's not your fault. I know you're doing your best. Dr. Salazar looked quietly at your hands, quietly running his thumb across the back of yours. What the? You couldn't stop your cheeks from heating up just a bit. This isn't exactly a standard solution, but I can get you out of here. Somewhere safe. Oh, he's definitely gonna give me right over to Jeff. That didn't sound very professional. He didn't sound like much of a doctor at all anymore. If anything, he sounded smitten. Dr. Salazar. But you didn't trust the hospital anymore. Anything else sounded better than staying here. Let's do it. Dr. Salazar quickly filled out the discharge paperwork, handed you your clothes, and wheeled you through the hospital corridors. Where are we going? To my place. Wow, at least buy me dinner first, Doctor. Dr. Salazar chuckled softly behind you as he pushed the wheelchair. I kinda like the doc. Get out of here. This is a Jeff the Killer dating sim. I did perform surgery on you. I think we skipped a few steps. He should have said, I've already been finger deep in you. At least you two could still joke around. You reached the elevator. Dr. Salazar rolled you in, positioning you with your back to the doors. Dr. Salazar is going to die, by the way. What time is it? It's 7:30 a.m. By the way, I called your job. That boss of yours is something else. She'll manage. You both went quiet as the elevator doors opened. You waited, expecting someone to step in and press a button, but instead you heard a muffled noise. A struggle behind you. You looked at the mirror in front of you and froze. Dr. Salazar was gone. The elevator doors were wide open, showing a dark hospital hallway. Doctor? You called out, hoping for an answer, but nothing came. You should have hit that button. What a shame. That voice made your whole body tense. Jeff? Who's cheating now? Jeff stepped into view just outside the elevator. Nice. This is what I wanted. The game's between you and me. No one else. But it doesn't matter anymore. The game's over. Jeff walked into the elevator, watching you through the mirror. His voice was playful, but his eyes were bloodshot and wild. Slowly, he pulled out his knife. Just as slowly, he aimed it at your stomach. You gasped, your whole body tight with anticipation. You knew what was coming, but the anxiety was still unbearable. With a terrifying calm, Jeff pushed the blade into your stomach, slicing through your clothes and into you. You doubled over in pain, but Jeff grabbed you, forcing you upright by wrapping his arm around your neck. You felt his breath through the mask brushing against your ear. You clenched your teeth so hard it hurt. Shh. Go to sleep. He whispered, pushing the blade deeper into your body. The pain was so intense you couldn't even scream. But the way he held you, like in a twisted embrace, whispering soothing words, gave you the feeling that, in some sick way, he was being gentle. He could have been more cruel. Maybe he was being merciful, because you had been his little playmate for a while. Ending 3. You didn't play along. Damn. Damn it! Keep it to yourself. Decided it was better to handle this on your own. The fact that Jeff had managed to sneak into a hospital and inject something into your IV under supervision told you everything you needed to know. You weren't safe here. I don't know. I was unconscious the whole time. Dr. Salazar leaned closer, resting one hand beside your head. Whatever happened, you can trust me. Can you please call a cop right now? Yeah. No. You'd managed to survive this long on your own. You could keep doing it. I think the doctors kind of saved your life, actually. I don't think that was all you... You know, sometimes there's a time for I'm just built different. This is not one of those times. The doctors built me different. Call it a gut feeling, but something told you Jeff wouldn't strike again just yet, which meant you had time. Time to think. To plan. He didn't hurt you as badly as before, so he probably meant it when he said this was a warning. A warning of what he could do. It was up to you to make sure it didn't happen, so no. You no reason to trust a doctor you barely knew. Doctor, I'm telling the truth. Dr. Salazar stared at you for a few moments, clearly unconvinced. Then he sighed and stepped back. This way, by the way, now we have a chance with the doctor. Alright. Try to get some rest. They'll come by to ask you some questions in a few hours. You nodded silently, but unlike before, the doctor stepped out and called someone from the hallway. A nurse came in quickly. Please tell me Jeff is in a nurse outfit. Keep an eye on the monitor. Any changes alert me immediately. The nurse nodded and stayed by your bedside, close to the heart monitor you were hooked up to. Clearly, Dr. Salazar didn't trust leaving you alone anymore. Thank God? I'll be checking in on you periodically. You weren't sure if he was talking to the nurse or to you, but you nodded anyway and let your body sink into the bed with a tired sigh. Surviving a sadistic killer was exhausting. Nurse Jeff, Nurse Jeff, Nurse Jeff! More content in development! This was a demo update. I truly appreciate your support for this project. Thank you for playing. Yo, thank you. I don't know how many... let me look it up first before we end the video. I'll run it back a couple times, I guess. I guess we'll run it back a couple times. I think you definitely need the the update is great, by the way. The update is amazing. Like, it's actually such a big plus. The story and everything, like, it's a lot more cohesive of a story now, I guess, is the best way to put it. I'm gonna run back a couple of the early choices, because I feel like we missed some stuff. I feel like we definitely skipped through some stuff. So I'm gonna go back to those original choices and see what we can do. So I think we didn't pick apologize. Sorry, okay? I didn't mean to piss you off. Jeff's already too wide grin stretched even further as he slowly lowered the knife. But just as his wave of relief started to wash over you, sharp pain shot through your guts. Instinctively, a scream tore up your throat, but his hand clamped down over your mouth, silencing it before it could escape. So you do feel fear after all. So that's what this was all about. I'm dead. There really was some messed up people in the world. Well, you're about to stop existing anyway. At least you wouldn't have to deal with any of them ever again. Yeah. To Jeff, you were just another face in the crowd. Lovely. So they don't count as endings anymore, I guess. Yes, no, yes. Jeff's grin stretched wide. What's so scary about me? Oh, okay. So this is something I didn't get before. Okay. What's so scary about you? You're going to kill me. Ding ding, we have a winner. This is fun. I know, let's play a game. Play what? Just a simple game of tag. Oh yeah, sounds real fun. What happens if I win? I'll let you go. That's what I want you to think. I'll chase you, sir. I'll chase you. Jeff stumbled over his words, clearly not expecting that response. Wait, you're not... Aren't I beautiful? Yes. Maybe if you told him he looked good, he'd get happy and leave you alone. Sure. Very handsome. Gorgeous, even. Jeff let out a low chuckle, lowering the knife to your abdomen. I knew you'd be afraid of me. Well, it seems Jeff took your words as a desperate attempt to please him, so he wouldn't hurt you. He wasn't entirely wrong, though your intention had been slightly different. Jeff plunged the blade into your gut, the sharp pain knocking the breath out of you. But he didn't stop there. He stabbed you again and again, over and over, until he finally felt satisfied. Always keep him guessing. He'll never know when I'm gonna die. The pain and exhaustion were so overwhelming you couldn't keep your eyes open anymore, but you could still hear him. Ugh, what a waste of time. You only delayed the inevitable. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of different ways you can go about this. No? His eyes flooded with red, blood vessels bursting as his teeth grind together with a piercing screech that sends a chill down your spine. You spit on my kindness. His voice drops deep and shaking with rage. You're just about to backtrack to calm him down. But it's... Oh, there we go. I was missing this. But it's too late. A sharp, brutal pressure slams into your chin, tearing through flesh and muscle and into your tongue. You choke as blood gushes into your mouth, the searing pain fogging your thoughts, blurring your vision. I give you a choice, and you throw it away. He screams a raw, high-pitched shriek of fury, driving the blade deeper until you feel the cold steel press against the roof of your mouth. Your senses begin to fade. The pain dulls into a distant echo. Then, nothing. What a horrible way to die. You despised Jeff. Damn. Okay. Alright. Perfect. Jeff let go of you and took a few steps back. I'll give you a 10-second head start. 1. You didn't wait. You bolted toward the mouth of the alley, legs trembling beneath you, but you forced them to move. You weren't trying to be anyone's murder victim tonight. If you were gonna die, you'd prefer it to be painless. 2, 4, 6. What? The bastard was counting wrong. Of course he was. He's stupid. What were you expecting? Honesty from him? Bro doesn't know how to count. You dashed out of the alley, your shoes slipping on the pavement. In your panic, you nearly fell, but adrenaline kicked in and shoved you forward. Okay. So this is originally in the original demo. I had to restart the game after I was done streaming and go back to pick this option. So go right. I'm going to pick both this time. You're running back towards the video store. Cindy should still be there. You could ask her for help. Find shelter inside. You reach the door and try to open it. Locked. You slam your fists against the glass, not caring if you break it. Cindy, open up! Hurry! Your racing heart skips with hope when you spot her among the movie racks. But that hope crumbles. She's mopping the floor, earbuds in, dancing to her music. Cindy! Cindy, you bitch! Open the door! Your screams go unheard. She keeps grooving, completely oblivious. Bye, guys. It's not the first time Cindy let you down, but this time, it hurts so much more. Oh, literally. You're it. Nah, not against the window. She's gonna have to clean that up. You hear that mocking whisper right by your ear. But you don't even get the chance to turn around. You're slammed into the glass door and feel a sharp, agonizing pressure in your right side. Blood rushes up your throat, splattering the glass in front of you. Thought this would be more fun. Whatever. You can't think. The blade's gone now, but it leaves behind a gushing wound. Something warm spills down your leg. Oh, I peed myself? You instinctively press your hand to your side, trying to stop the bleeding. You can't. It's too much. Your body's released, but your legs give out. You slide down the door, collapsing into the pool forming beneath you, fed by your own blood. Your vision blurs, your eyelids grow heavy. Well, Clock? At least Cindy noticed in the end. She was a mess, but you'd hope she'd do better than this. You lost Jeff's game. Dumbass. Okay, let's go left. If you could just make it home, you'd be safe. You sprint forward without daring to look back, cold air slicing into your lungs, your heartbeat pounding into your ears. Almost there, just a little more. I don't think we made it. Suddenly, a crushing weight slams you to the ground, pinning you face first to the pavement. That was fun. You freeze at the sound of Jeff's voice, then thrash beneath him, trying desperately to shake him off. Tisk. Be a good loser, Clock. Wait, you cheated. You didn't count right. Doesn't really matter. He grabs you by the hair and yanks your head up, drawing a sharp cry of pain from your throat. The cold, unforgiving edge of the knife presses against the exposed skin of your neck. But we played your game. That was refreshing. But now I'm bored. The blade slides across your throat in one smooth, final motion. Ouch. Blood erupts from the gash, spurting in a heart-crimson arc. Your vision fades and the muscles in your neck go slack. Oh my god, that's the answer. Cat, you're so smart. We should have kissed him. His grip on your hair loosens. Your head drops into the growing pool of blood beneath you. You can't see anymore, but you can hear his footsteps slowly walking away. Is this really how it ends? It's not fair to be discarded like this. You would have preferred to die some other way. You bored Jeff. Damn, okay, I think that's pretty much everything. I don't think there'd be anything else. I think that's all of the original endings to the game. I mean, I can check, but I don't think there's any other ways. Let me see. Well, maybe. Movies are okay. Oh, wait. Sure, I forgot to do this. Okay, wait, skip. Ignore him. You don't have to worry about that. It's always that one customer who mistakes kindness for interest, but that's not on you. You're just doing your job. Okay? What's with the bandana? Why do you want to know? Curious. I've got scars. They're not exactly pretty. Looks like you hit a nerve. Shifting away from the personal stuff, you slip back. Okay. I like fantasy. Ah, how sweet. You weren't sure why, but you definitely felt the sarcasm. Well, so do you want to be professional? Thanks for coming. Jeff didn't turn around, but waved goodbye with his hand. Oh. Okay, it's just fucking death. Okay, I think that's pretty much it then. I think that's pretty much all the options. Like, apologize, tease him, yes, no, stay quiet. You know, I think that's... I feel like the only thing I can think of is, like, your face. My face, you're not the first one. Oh, no, he still goes into the... Okay, he still goes into that. So it looks like they kind of condense the death endings. They kind of condense them, you know? So I think that's all the endings now. I think. And all the endings, and then that. I think. Let me just check the file. I can check the files, chat. I can cheat. Ah, cheating. I love cheating. I love cheating. Okay. I'm gonna say yes because that's all of the CGs. And usually when you get all of the CGs, it's usually a pretty good indicator. All of the CGs. Yeah, I'd say that's it. Yeah. Yay for endings! If this isn't all the endings, I'm sorry, but I think it is. Yes, I cheated to see if I got all the endings. But yeah, I like the update. It's really good. I think the developer probably didn't expect so much attention the first time around they made this game. But, you know, you made a really great... the art's pretty decent. Like, it's good. It's good. It's a solid good. I don't know. I don't say, like, amazing because I don't know what you're going for exactly. I assume horror, which if in case horror really good, if you're going for more, like, handsome dating sim, well, I don't know how much people, like, are interested in him because he's handsome. Because he definitely looks more monstrous. If that's what you're going for, which I hope you were, 10 out of 10. So yeah, anyways, so I don't think they expected it to get so popular because originally it was just like a death sim, right? And now it feels like a lot more of a cohesive story with actual like stakes, kind of. Not actually the opposite. I guess no stakes because now we're just a loser. We're just like a depressed loser who works at Blockbuster. Damn. If you live like this, please make some friends, okay? Please Please, make it worth it to live, okay? You should be afraid to die, you know, because you want to live. And living is great when you're having fun. So anyways, he's for the horror people, definitely, for sure. And in that case, I love him. And the art is 10 out of 10. And the new update is great, okay? The CGs are awesome. I love the extension actually going to the hospital. I can't wait for the full. I don't know if you'll make a full game or if this will be a days system. This already feels like half the game. Like, if I'm being honest, this feels like half a game. So it's really good. Like, I'm really excited to play it now. I was already excited before because it was like a death sim before. Now it's like a death sim and a story. So that's awesome, you know? Like, and like an interesting story of rizzing up Jeff the Killer. Thank you for the affection meter, by the way. Very useful. I can't imagine playing this game without it, if I'm being honest. It would have taken like twice as long. So yeah, so if you play this yourself, I definitely recommend it because it is finicky. Like, it is finicky. You have to get all the answers right to move on. Like, you can't get some of them wrong. You get some of them wrong and you just die. It's the same like thing. So anyways, that's all I have to say. Good job on the demo if you watched this video, game dev, and if you didn't, that's fine. To everyone that is watching, and if you're not subscribed and you're new here, please clock that like button and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. We play games like this all the time. I definitely recommend checking out the original demo because it is a little different than this. And there's some differences in writing and how Jeff behaves. So I do think it's worth it to still watch if you're a super Jeff the Killer fan. But yeah, and I've played lots of horror games, horror visual novels, dating sims, visual novels, indie games in general, every day on the channel, new video. We stream almost daily on the Twitch too. So definitely check that out if you want to see more Clock. That's all I have to say. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for subscribing. All my current peeps, you guys are real homies. No parasocial, but you guys are awesome, and I love you guys a lot, okay? I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.